you doing? Already reading. The reason why I wasn't posting is because I was doing summer school. Let's get started. How well do you know these words? Adapted, I know it well. Conditions, I know it well. Determined, I know it well. Monitored, I know that well too. Simulates, okay. Next. A glossary is available throughout this lesson. You can use it to check the meaning of the words you just rated. While in space, an astronaut's health is monitored by doctors on Earth. Each astronaut wears a device that measures heart rate and blood pressure on a timed schedule. The device immediately sends the information to doctors on Earth. Doctors look at the information as they receive it. If any problems are detected, doctors respond to protect the health of the astronaut. While in space, an astronaut's health is watched by doctors on Earth. Begin the activity. The heart rates and blood pressures of astronauts in space are continuously examined by doctors on Earth. When changes or problems are noticed, doctors can respond to help an astronaut. The microgravity or little gravity in outer space creates a feeling weightlessness that can be difficult to adjust to. So, astronauts prepare for microgravity before traveling to space. To prepare, an astronaut might have to take a zero gravity flight that simulates microgravity. Zero gravity flights are flown by highly trained pilots who follow special routes in the air that give passengers a chance to know what weightlessness in space is like. Beginning the activity. On a zero-gravity flight, passengers experience little gravity without going into outer space. This type of flight allows passengers to feel like they are in outer space. When scientists simulate microgravity, they are able to learn how astronaut bodies will be affected in space. A zero-gravity plane ride is one experience that simulates microgravity. NASA astronauts can also take part in a simulation of microgravity in a special swimming pool made for astronaut training. The simulator that imitates microgravity is located in a special room at NASA headquarters. Astronauts must prepare for certain conditions in space, such as microgravity and higher levels of harmful energy from light rays known as radiation. Uh, Microgravity and higher levels of radiation are part of astronauts' surroundings in space. These conditions make living in space different from living on Earth. How do scientists predict that certain conditions in space will affect astronauts? One method is with the help of pillonauts. Pillonauts are people who volunteer to be studied on Earth while lying in a slightly tilted bed. The Tilt simulates microgravity. The simulation helps scientists learn how less gravity in space might affect astronauts. What is one condition in space? Microgravity. How is the condition simulated? A slightly tilted bed. No. A slightly tilted bed, and then scientists learn how less gravity in space might affect astronauts. The newest crew member on the International Space Station adapted to different conditions in space. At first, the difference in gravity caused headaches, some stomach aches, and dizziness, but after a while, the astronaut's body got used to the different conditions, and unwell symptoms lessened and eventually disappeared. The newest crew member on the International Space Station adjusted to conditions in space. The lab worker is monitoring the temperature of an ostrich egg to estimate its time until hatching. Once it has hatched, the ostrich will continue to be watched so that scientists will see how it is to once the ostrich will continue to be watched so that the scientists will see how it is adapting to life outside of the egg. Scientists use the weight of a spaceship and the distance the ship must travel to determine the amount of fuel that is needed to reach space. What does determine mean? What phrase has a meaning similar to determine? Figure out? How do you determine the weight of a spaceship? Do you use an enormous scale? No. Scientists use a process to figure out the weight of a spaceship. First, they find the weight of each part of the ship. Then they add all the separate amounts. The total is the weight of the spaceship. Scientists use a method to determine or calculate the overall weight of a spaceship. It took the astronauts a few weeks to get used to the conditions in outer space. In time, they adjusted to frequent changes in sunlight and effects of zero gravity. The astronaut adapted to conditions in outer space. The astronaut simulated the conditions in outer space. The astronaut monitored the conditions in outer space. The astronauts adapted. The first one. Okay, next. Bye guys, that's all for today. I'm gonna be doing another one today. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.